Hey everybody, how's it going? It's time to continue our saga of the most expensive and best video game pickup I've ever had in a single transaction. From Beefel, who unfortunately isn't here today, but is with us in spirit. He said he'll watch this later for sure and make comments. So if there's anything of note that I might have left out, I might bring it up next week. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on to see what else I got in this same transaction that I got all the way back in, what, May of this year? And we're still going through it. And here it is, September 2021. Goodness. All right, so I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I am going to show you everything from the Japanese Mega Drive that I got from Beefel. So we're going to start with that console first. I'd like to go ahead and document all of the Japanese Mega Drive games that I purchased from him, and then we're going to move on to another console. So, the very first one that I'd like to show you is a game called Shining Force for the Japanese Mega Drive. I really like the spines of the Mega Drive. I think that it's a lot cleaner than what we have in the United States. Many different companies made many different types of boxes, and sometimes the spine isn't really that great, especially on the cardboard ones from Accolade and like Super Off-Road and other Test Drive. They just don't present very well, and from what I see, every single Japanese Mega Drive game that I picked up from Beefel is in a clamshell case, like what we're used to for most of the Sega Genesis stuff. I just think that the title is clearly presented. It's even got a little character on the bottom, and it always says Mega Drive on the top. It's very nice and uniform, and I absolutely love it. So really happy to have these in my collection. This one is complete in box. The cartridge is a bit more rounded up at the top, but it actually shows the label very well. Has a nice little end label. With the North American Sega Genesis copies, sometimes you'd have a very small end label up at the top. It's very hard to read. This one is very nice and easily readable. Even if you had it loose and you stuck it on your shelf with only the spine showing, you would still be able to read it, and I think they are lovely. This one comes with a map. It's not quite cardstock, it is paper, but it's not the same thickness as cardstock, but that is an incredible looking map. I absolutely love it. That looks absolutely fantastic, and it is complete in box. Yes, yeah, Mega Drive games are relatively tough to find. That is true. That is true. So there's Shining Force for the Mega Drive. Another one I'd like to show you is a game called Tetsujin. Now you might know this because it is a popular shmup from the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive platform. From my understanding, this one is very good. I have yet to play it myself, but it is complete in box and it looks fantastic. Very happy to have that. Next up, we'll see if you guys in chat can't guess the name of this title. The graphics should show you somewhat, be somewhat familiar for you. Let's see if you guys can tell me the name of this title for the Japanese Mega Drive. That should give you an indication right there, a nice little hint. Any guesses at all? The North American counterpart of this particular game. Does anybody... Fly, fly, fly. Same. Yes, that is Sea of Thieves. Yes, you are correct. Little Big Bear, I appreciate your guess. No, that's actually not correct at all. I unfortunately don't remember the name of the game as it's known in the United States. And that makes me very sad. Very sad indeed. Man. I want to say it's Fire Shark, but I don't want to be 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it is Sky Shark, Fire Shark, something like that. It is. I think it is Shark up at the top. I could be totally wrong, though. I was hoping you guys would know. That's alright. Then I have another Phantasy Star game that is also complete in box. This one's really heavy. Nice little advertisement for Sonic Spinball. Another map, and looks great. Registration card and a rather thick manual. full color. Looks absolutely amazing. Complete in box. Believe it or not, RPGs from Japan, they go for pretty cheap. These were not expensive, so it's just, you know, how are you going to read it, right? This one right here is from Unpack. It is XDR or X Dazedly Ray. That's all I got. Another shmup. It's side-scrolling though, so it's from left to right instead of the vertical. And it is complete in box. I've not played this one either. Believe it or not, I actually prefer the vertical rather than the horizontal shmups from the limited amount that I have played. Though there are some out there that I still really enjoy. This one might be familiar to some of you and is actually part of a meme that was created all the way back in 2012. Yeah, memes are that old. So this one was really nice to have and finally add to my collection. It's called Zero Wing. Now, Zero Wing was made popular here in the United States because of a particular screenshot that was captured and made it all throughout the United States. And it is a screenshot of a person saying, "All your base are belong to us." That screenshot came from this exact game, and you can see him right there. All your base are belong to us. So I got a copy of the meme in my collection, complete in box, looks terrific. Very, very happy. Go ahead and save that one for a minute. Let's see. Go. This one's called Philios from Namco. Don't know anything about this one. It looks pretty cool. Okay. And it also looks like a vertical shmup. So also pretty cool. Don't know really anything about it though. Kind of interested to try it, and the game's in great shape, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. This particular copy goes for, you know, slightly more than your average Japanese Mega Drive game, just because of the fact it's a shmup. All those typically run a little bit higher. This one you might understand as something a little different in the United States, but in Japan it's called Dayamaka Mura, I believe, is the correct pronunciation. We know it here in the United States as either Super Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins, if that rings a bell. I absolutely loved playing this in the arcade and had a lot of fun with it. Man, this game is hard, but it is an absolutely fantastic shape. I love this game. Really, really excited to actually try it again on the Sega Genesis, or the Mega Drive. Using my Mega SG, I should say. But really happy to try this out again, and a complete in-box copy. I'm really excited for that. That game wiped everyone on Nick Arcade. I bet it did. Bet it did. Alright, I have Super Thunderblade. I think this is... I can't remember if this is actually released in the United States. I want to say it... I mean, it reminds me of Jungle Strike, honestly. But I don't believe that that's correct. I think it's the same thing. But not a very expensive game. That price tag of 1,980 yen. Yep, so almost 20 bucks back in the day when it was purchased. I bought it for less than half of that. So, oh, the rear price tag? Oh, goodness. So there you go. Good grief. That was, I mean, today that'd be 70 bucks. Crazy. Oh, is it Super Thunderblade? Okay. Got it. How about Hellfire for the Japanese Mega Drive, also complete in box? I don't remember how much I paid for this one. It's a side-scroller. Up. Let's see if I can quickly look it up of what my purchase price for Not too terrible. Goes for less than $40 complete, so that's pretty exciting. Instead of Super Thunderblade, we have now Thunder Force 2 MD. Now, Thunder Force, if I recall, is a little bit on the pricier side. I think I paid a little bit of money for the. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But it is more than Hellfire. I'll tell you that. Also complete in box, Technosoft Games. Yeah, it's interesting how people complain about PS5 games being $70 today. Back in the Super Nintendo games, I remember games being $70 as well. And that was in the early 90s. So, yeah. I bought Chrono Trigger day one for $75. There you go. I don't know what makes you think I have a list. Whatever game that is. Master of Monsters. Now, I do own this one on the Sega Genesis. However, it's a loose copy. This one is complete in box. I'm really excited to have this. From my understanding, this game is phenomenal. And I haven't yet to play it. It looks like Warsong. I'm very interested in trying this, and because I have the Genesis copy, I'll be able to actually play it in English. So, really happy to put this on my to playlist. But I do own a complete in box Mega Drive copy, so really happy about that. This is Phantasy Star 3 for the Mega Drive. Another map. No registration, but still complete. I don't know if it came with a registration card, but I mean, these guys, I'm telling you, I paid less than $10 for each of these complete in box. So that is definitely something worth noting is the, well, this one I actually paid quite a bit more. No, I'm sorry. This one I paid less than $10 for, which is really nice. And it's worth less than $10. So. How about a copy of Shining Force 2 for the Japanese Mega Drive? This one is a little bit more pricey, but I'm happy to have it. A map is hiding back here. I had no idea Musha was called Aleste somewhere else. That's very interesting. Thank you for that information, Iron Chef. Really cool. Really cool. I've heard good things about the Shining Force series, and I do own them on the Sega Genesis. I just haven't tried them yet. So I thought I had that. Maybe at some point. I thought it would suggest a game to play or something. If I don't have that, then yeah, I'll definitely offer that up. I know that Yana put in Lego Racers. Yeah, I haven't played a single one, Iron Chef. It's definitely on my to playlist, for sure. I did own a Sega Genesis when I was a kid, but we also owned a Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo got more play, though there are many different Sega Genesis games that I remember very fondly. So, Ex Ronza? I don't know much about this particular game. I don't even know if it's any good, but let me tell you, it's pricey. This is a very pricey game. Very expensive. And it is complete. So I'm very, very happy to own it in my collection, but I had to pay quite a bit for it. Still really excited to have it in my collection. This is one of the harder games to find, just based on price alone. I could tell that. Very, very expensive cart right here, especially complete in box. It's very, very pricey. Yeah, I have no idea even how to pronounce it, and it's in English. Yeah, buddy. Alright, dude. Another semi-pricey one, not nearly as expensive as Ex Ronza, but this one's also pretty pricey. It goes for a little bit over $60. It looks very adult themed. But that's kind of the pull of Sega, right? They were able to make adult games, and Nintendo would look at this and think, no, we're not going to have that on our console. But at least they were able to get made, right? And Sega was able to supply us with the more frightening looking things, if that's more your style. Next up, Thunder Force 3. I showed you the second one. This one's a little bit more expensive, but not by much, honestly. Not by much. Just over $50 is what the current going rate is for Thunder Force 3 at the time that this is being created. Looks pretty cool. I need to track down the first one. And if I'm not mistaken, the first one is on the Master System. If I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong on that. This one is called Whip Rush. I don't know much about this particular one. It is complete in box, though. Looks like another side-scroller shmup. You didn't miss much. Romanian Dark One. We're just going over some Japanese Mega Drive pickups. This one is just over $30 in value. How about some Phantasy Star 2? Also with the map. Also complete in box. Map is a little worse for wear, but that's okay. I mean, it was loved. It was utilized, and that's really freaking cool. It wasn't just something that you put on your wall. Whoever had this game and actually played it used this map to try to figure out what to do, where to go, and I think that's fantastic. I could count on one hand the number of times that I actually pulled a map out from the game box to use it to assist me. But those times that I did do that, they were some of the best games. If I'm that invested to be able to do that, then absolutely. Flying Tiger, and this one, not sealed. It's just got a plastic bag on it. Go ahead and get that open. Phantasy Star 2 was great, but also very cursed. Why do you say that, Iron Chef? I don't think Beefal actually ever opened this. Yep. There you go, complete in box. Excellent. Aero Blasters for the Mega Drive. Complete in box. Another side-scrolling shmup. Romanian Dark One or anyone else in chat, what is your preference? Do you like the vertical shmups or the side-scroller shmups better? What's your preference? I know that there are some that are like really, really exciting. By the way, Aero Blasters is insanely expensive. But I know that each of them have their own mechanics that make them fun or more fun than others. But if you could pick side-scroller or vertical, but I don't really mind either. I could go either way. There you go. Well, there you go, Neomecha. And that's what I mean. The mechanics make the game, right? So a generic copy of Afterburner 2. Yeah, I like to collect it whether it's rare or not. I just think it's really cool to have a copy of Afterburner for the Japanese Mega Drive in my collection. I think that's really cool. So I'm happy to own this. And it looks really good. You got to think, this was a lot of arcade ports that they were trying to put into home consoles. And just by judging the screenshots themselves, they've done an incredible job of at least making it look like the arcade. How about Aero Flash? Which I don't... another one, it's an over $100 game that I don't know anything about. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I've never played it. I don't know, it actually looks pretty cool. And see, this is why I love collecting physical games right here, is I get that experience of going into a shop and saying, I've never heard of this game. Let me take a look at the back and see if this is something that I would be interested in. And One of these days, I'm just going to go down and say, I don't know what I want to play. I'm just going to go look at, I feel like playing, well, what's this thing? Huh. It looks like they're throwing giant swords. That looks pretty cool. And it has cutscenes. Alright, and more cutscenes. And it's a side-scroller shmup, and I feel like playing that now. I'm going to pop it in. That's why I like collecting physical games. It's really exciting to me. Atomic Robo Kid. Complete in box. Looks like a Mega Man. Interesting. Starting to run out of room. Let me go ahead and get this pile out of the way. I have one more pile left to show you of Japanese Mega Drive game. I don't know anything about this one. It's called Crying. Alright, Crying. No idea. Not a clue. A little bit on the pricier side, just over $70, but yeah, I mean, it's complete, and hopefully I'll give it a try sometime. We'll see what happens. How about Curse for the Mega Drive? Another side-scrolling shmup. That looks like my worst nightmare. All this. I'm so bad at them. That's okay, though. Let's see if I can remember this. This is called Dai Senpu. Dai Senpu. That's all I know. Now, I am a huge fan of 1942 and 1943, and that's what this reminds me of. So, I am probably going to play this at some point. Pretty awesome. Called Dangerous Seed. Complete in box. The cover art actually reminds me of Alien Crush for some reason on the TurboGrafx. Dangerous Seed. A little bit on the pricier side, just over $80. Time this video was created. Vertical shmup. So that's pretty cool. Darius 2. Now, I've seen a lot of these Darius games get remade and released for Vita and PlayStation 4, etc. Oh, no manual on this one. That's a little rough. But the label is in great shape, though. So, very few of these actually have no manual. That, I hope, is the only one, actually. Darwin 4081. Complete in box. Vertical? I'm guessing? That's the telltale sign. He's flying this way, so I guess vertical. Elemental Master for the Mega Drive. Don't know anything about it. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's another shmup with cutscenes. Then kind of cool. This one is a bit pricey. Also kind of cool. Technosoft. Technosoft is a name that apparently shmup players go after. If it's a Technosoft game, they at least want to play it. That's what I was told by Beefel. And the last one that I have in my Japanese Mega Drive collection that I got from Beefel is something that actually reminds me of the... Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that name has just escaped me. It reminds me of Afterburner, and it's called Burning Force. It's Afterburner, and what is that? What is the other game that... It's a guy running. He can actually run on the ground, or he can fly. It's that Pulse 3D. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that game? That's gonna bother me for the rest of the day. Ugh. We got Burning Force, but there is another game that has this same type of style. And I think it is for the Mega Drive or Genesis. But, oh man, that's going to bother me for the rest of the day. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact and you know which one I'm talking about, let me know, will ya? It's going to eat at me for quite some time. Alright. So, that is all of the Mega Drive games I was able to get. Oh, goodness. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. Sammy can't? Really? Good grief. I can't even fit them all on the screen. Hang on, I got you. There we go. My new Mega Drive collection is right here. Plus Steel Empire, which I've already shown. So, pretty awesome. Great start to my Mega Drive collection, so really happy about this. I'll have to sort these and put them in an alphabetical order later on. Ugh. Alright, time for the next platform that I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few of the Sega Saturn games that I got. Japanese Sega Saturn games that I got from Beefowl. Gonna start grabbing columns here. We'll start going through them. All right. And the first one on the list is a game called Batsu Gun. I don't know really anything about this particular title. But it's a vertical shmup. Keeping with the shmup theme. Because why not? Case is a little bit thicker, which is really cool. Got the spine card with it, so that's really exciting. This one is incredibly pricey. Over $200 for this one. Good grief. Space Harrier. Thank you. Thank you, Romanian Dark One. Oh, goodness. That was driving me crazy. This is called Sengoku Blade. Don't know anything about this one. And I appreciate you very, very much. Romanian Dark One, have you ever played this? Game by Atlas. It definitely has the spine card on it, which is really awesome. It does have the manual as well. Really great. Oh my God, swear to God, man. Thank you for behaving. I don't play my games. Keep them. Oh, here we go. This one actually still has the Obi attached. Interesting. Golfing! Oh my gosh. Don't give me that crap. Exclamation point grading in chat. is my my response to that. Whole thing. Okay, so I don't have pricing information for Skullfang. I could just tell you that I paid quite a bit for it. So I know that it's worth over $100. From Dead East. Complete in box. Excellent news. Go ahead and put the Obi in there. Romanian Dark One, are we still making plans to go to Japan? At some point? The news scandal from what? Limited Run? What? Ah, gotcha. Are you talking about the Limited Run one? Yeah, you're gonna have to link that to me. Huh. This one's kind of interesting. It's a list of retro games on the Saturn. It's called the Konami Antiques MSX Collection. So that's actually cool. For their MSX platform. That's actually really neat. The collection of games. Look at all these games that are on here. That whole list of games that's in this one disc. So they've been doing compilation stuff for a very long time. I mean, I remember the first compilation was what, on the NES? Super Mario Duck Hunt, Super Mario Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet. This one is sealed, so I will not be opening this one up anytime soon. But it is sealed, and that's actually really exciting because the name of it is called Twinkle Star Sprites. Sealed. Wow. It's actually really cool. And, oh yeah. Its value is well over $200, so I won't be opening this anytime soon, but I do have a copy of Twinkle Star Sprites on another platform that I believe I just showed off, what, last week? Maybe the week before? Ah, this one was just remade by, speaking of, limited run games. It's called Battle Gregaria on the Sega Saturn. That's actually really cool. I missed out on an opportunity to get the collector's edition of Battle Gregaria on the PS4. But now I have the Sega Saturn versions. That's kind of cool. Happy to have that in my collection. Top 10 shmups ever. Wow. This one is called The Game Paradise. No idea. No idea what this is all about. Good grief. Not a clue. This is, yeah, I can't even pronounce that. Here you go. That is some crazy artwork on the front of this game. Let's start with, see if I can't dig into at least the price. Okay. That's it. Oh, it's rather expensive. According to price charting, it says its value is listed at $109. Okay. Cool. Oh my god. Why? moving along. Okay, look. I looked away. Good. Good. Next up, Thunder Force 5. Now, I need to start playing this. I really am interested in playing the Thunder Force series. I've heard many good things about it. And Working Designs actually brought one of these over. I want to say it was Thunder Force 5. This was brought over to the North American PlayStation 1. So I need to start playing them. Oh no. I think the PS2 version is the best. Either way, they look really cool. Best of Thunder Force music CD. Interesting. Very interesting. I screw up the... Oh, Lord. I think I got it. Oh, yeah, I got about 3 or 4 broken. Well, that's fun. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll switch out these discs. I'd rather the soundtrack get messed up than the game discs, so... Apparently I put it on there perfectly. There we go. Perfect. This is called the Special Pack. I don't know anything about the differences. Maybe just because this has the soundtrack or something like that. By the way, really, really cool. This is called Thunder Force Gold Pack 1. Thunder Force Gold Pack 1. Now this, I'm guessing, contains Thunder Force 2 and 3 on the Sega Saturn, which is really awesome. Look for Thunder Force Gold Pack 2, containing Thunder Force 4 and something else. Thunder Force AC. Huh. I wonder if I got that. Yep. I sure did. You have an incomplete game? What do you mean? Oh, wow. Wait, this includes all of those? Thunder Force AC, Thunder Force 4, and then maybe 2 others? And that's what those 2 are? Hyper Duel, Blast Wind, Steeldom? Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. I gotcha. For some reason, some Sega Saturn games, they typically put English on one side, right? Which is really nice. And then Japanese on the other. But for this one, they actually did not do that. And I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure what makes them decide, because, I mean, it's right here, Kingdom Grand Prix. So let me take a look at my database here. See if that's actually what it's called. King of Fighters. Yeah. Kingdom Grand Prix. No idea. No idea. The lack of color on this particular disc is semi-disappointing. Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with this game, and it's not sealed, but it's tightly packed. How's that? There's an A3 booklet of 100 pages with 10 font containing the checklist. What? Game Boy cartridge collection? Yeah, I saw a picture recently of somebody just recently obtaining a complete Game Boy collection, which is really awesome. This one is called Dodon Pachi. And it's very tightly packed. I'm obviously going to have to open it just to document the fact that I do have the disc, but it might take me a second. That's awesome that it contains the checklist. That's really cool. Ah! Get out. Without bending, please. Go. This one's called Darius Gaiden. I think we've seen that around once or twice before. Re-released for the Vita and PlayStation 4. Not sure if it originated on the Saturn, but here it is for the Saturn. Another one that does not have English on either side of the spine, but it looks familiar. I want to say... Let me look with my database real quick. Not what I thought it was. So, not entirely sure what the name of this game is. Ugh. Trying to flip through each and every single one of these. You've seen this? I've seen this too! What is it called? What is it called? Oh, it's called Kiyu Yugitai Flying Squadron 2. It's Flying Squadron 2. I should just look at the English translation on my database. Kind of pricey for this copy. I knew it looked familiar. Roll? Oh, Yana, I believe this one, if you were here, this one would, you'd be happy to see it. It's called Strikers 1945 2. Strikers 1945 Part 2. Looks really, really interesting, those planes. Definitely 90s. Interesting how they got the differences between level 1, level 2, level 3. Ah. Twin Bee! Because everybody loves a little bit of Twin Bee. Deluxe pack, by the way. I like that discard. That looks really cool. Called Titana Twin Bee? Yahoo Deluxe pack. Oh yeah, it is. This one's not expensive. Not hardly at all. I thought Twin Bee was Huh. What do I know? Only a couple more to go. Got Dazamon 2. This one is not really that expensive either. Less than 50. Slightly thicker case here compared to a normal jewel case. You could probably see the difference. I could feel the difference in the size of the case. Look at that, how thick that freaking manual is. My goodness. Good grief. Well, now we know why. I think it's really cool when they do that. I think that's really neat. This one's in Classic. Now, I know that this is a very, very popular anime that I've never watched before. And I can't tell you if it was a show designed for girls or what, but it was never available for me to watch to find out if I was even going to like it or not. And by the time I actually grew up and, started getting into being more of an adult and taking care of kids of my own, I didn't have the opportunity to check out the things that I had missed really when I was a kid to figure out if it would be something that my infant daughter could watch, as an example. So I just kind of passed by this. I didn't really take a look at it too much. And when I started teaching college, a lot of my students were talking about their favorite animes. This was brought up quite often, both by male and female. So I think that was really cool and probably an opportunity that I had missed out on. So, but this one is called Super S Various Emotion Sailor Moon. Like I said, I don't know much about the Sailor Moon franchise. I just know it's very, very big. Very, very big. You got it, Grunkle. Clearly, Grunkle did not miss out, and he likes what I've gotten here, so that's awesome. I had a feeling that it was Sailor Moon. Yeah, see, I have regrets. for not catching a lot of the stuff, specifically when I was a teenager. I think I could have gotten into anime had I paid more attention to it. I mean, my anime was Voltron. That was about it. That was my first anime. That's cool. See, yeah. Yeah, so when that was out, my daughter was like an infant, right? So she wouldn't have been into it. I was too busy trying to be a parent. So yeah. But yeah, not a bad start of showing off my my Saturn pickups. This isn't an exhaustive list of all the Saturn games. Trust me, I have many, many, many more Saturn games to show you that I got from this same pickup. But yes, Voltron was also amazing. Yes. Well, I don't know anything about the new one, but I used to watch the old one, obviously. And I'll form the head. Yeah, I remember all that. Yep. Lance was my favorite, by the way. Alright, guys, so that's going to do it for today's pickups. I appreciate you guys stopping in. And if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, feel free to tell me which one was your favorite, or which one that caught your eye that might make you look into maybe trying that game. Just leave me a comment down below. I loved reading comments from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!